does meta really matter? I've had this conversation before, but it's sort of changed in a way. Right now, within the meta, if you don't know what meta means, by the way, it's, in Overwatch at least, it means that it's pretty much just a group of heroes that are considered better than all the rest. So, for example, the most meta team comp you can possibly pick right now, no matter which situation you're in, is Reinhardt, Roadhog, D.Va, Lucio, Ana, and Soldier 76. Ana and Lucio are considered very powerful, and because Ana's, Biotic Grenade, her Sleep Dart, and her kit overall is very powerful. Lucio's Speed Boost is very powerful, and his AoE combined with Ana's Biotic Grenade is very powerful. Soldier 76 has got huge damage, and as a result, he just is kind of like the best DPS right now. Roadhog's hooks are very broken, and they result in a first pick for a team, and as a result, they have a 6v5 advantage. And also he's got a large health pool and he does a lot of damage. Reinhardt can block damage for a team very effectively, and D.Va can then switch to her defense matrix and block damage with that, as well as D.Va doing a lot of damage herself, having a large health pool. All of that team comp has pretty good ultimates. So as a result, that is the most meta team comp. However, playing that meta is not necessarily the best thing to do in every situation. Right now, within the meta, that's kind of it. Every other hero right now, other than those ones there, apart from Zarya, Winston, and... No, that's all the tanks, yeah. So all the tanks are considered meta right now. The team comp I mentioned before is considered meta. But other than that, pretty much everything else is considered off meta. So you get into a match, especially at high level play where people are more knowledgeable, you get into a match and people are fucking telling you to switch off Torbjorn, switch off Bastion, switch off Junkrat, switch off Hanzo, even switching off heroes like McCree that are considered very good. McCree has not gotten any worse since Soldier was buffed. McCree wasn't nerfed. McCree is just a little bit worse than Soldier. However, what you need to keep in mind, guys, is the meta is defined what pro players deem good, what experienced and high-level players deem better than others. Pro players and high-level players in general have to get every possible edge they possibly can over their enemies. So when Envious goes up against Rogue, Envious has to get every single hero pick within their composition to be the most optimal possible thing. It just has to be optimal. So when they say Soldier is better than McCree, it might not even be like 100 billion times better than McCree. Soldier might just be a tiny little bit better than McCree. Or Lucio might be a tiny little bit better than Mercy. Or Reinhardt might be a tiny bit better than Winston. And as a result, you get the pro players saying Ryan is objectively better than Winston or whatever. And so at the end of the day, every hero within the Overwatch lineup fills a different role. It's as simple as that. Soldier 76 and McCree are similar, yes, but McCree has a stun, McCree has a roll, McCree has Deadeye. Soldier 76 doesn't have any of that. Soldier 76 has heals, he has Tactical Visor, and he has a sprint ability. He actually has a very different kit. It's actually very different. And so every situation might require a different hero. It's just that the pro players have seen that certain heroes are better than others for certain things in very specific circumstances by a very small margin. At the end of the day, playing what you're good at is much, much more important than playing the meta. If you're good at Junkrat, you're like a really fucking good Junkrat and you can play him really well, fuck it, dude, play him. Right now, Soldier is so powerful, and McCree is still very good, that it means that Pharah's going to have a hard time with those heroes. Ana is a counter to Pharah. Pharah doesn't do necessarily as well as she could against a tank-heavy lineup, and at the moment, tanks are very powerful, so tank-heavy lineup against Pharah is not necessarily the best way for Pharah to go. However, Pharah is still fucking amazing. I've got a couple of friends who are both really good at Pharah, and when I see both of them play, they both do incredibly well on Pharah. At the end of the day, Soldier 76 is only a good counter to Pharah if Soldier 76 can aim. And guess what? If you're playing in silver or gold or platinum or even fucking diamond, you're not necessarily going to have the most aimbot godly person on Soldier 76. Play what you're good at. Play your strengths. Let people play their strengths. You play your strengths. Don't just think, shit, I'm a god at McCree, but this cunt on my team is telling me to pick Soldier 76, even though I'm god at McCree. Just say, hey man, I know I'm good at McCree. I'm not good at Soldier. I'm happy to play McCree, and I know I can do well as McCree, so just give me a chance. If I don't do well, I'll switch. If that player continues to be a cunt about it, then just mute the fucker or ignore them. Because at the end of the day, you playing your strengths, or someone else playing their strengths, whether it be Widowmaker, or Torbjorn, or Bastion, or Junkrat, or Zenyatta, or Mercy, them playing what they're good at is more important than you forcing them to play something they're not good at and it being meta. Meta is nowhere near as important as players playing their strengths, and I learned that over the last months, I'd say. The last couple of months, I've learned that, and it's very, very important to realize that a player playing what they're good at is much more valuable to you personally than that player being forced to play something they're not good at and it being a meta pick. Keep that in mind, guys. Hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.